These are the eggs from the Geophagus Balzanii that I bought a few months ago. The fish now are about 3 inches long. When I bought them, they were only about 1.5 inches, so they were small. But with the profuse feeding constantly, and I guess through the water changes and everything, and I redid the tank, if you remember, the plenum, so they've already spawned. I'm going to give you an update on this, and then I'm going to let you know how I fixed the Oace filter that broke. I'll show you how it broke. Now, this is called an FJarde. I believe that's the name of it. I could be wrong, but FJarde. It's kind of funny how the Chinese, when they make something, they put the letter F in front of the name, like F-zone filter or FJarde skimmer here. Now, somebody made a comment on the video that I just did about this particular filter, this FJarde skimmer. And they made ADA makes one exactly like it. The ADA filter is $200. And the funny thing about it is the ADA filter looks exactly like this, made out of stainless steel like this. I believe it's 316, and everything is almost exact. It has one slot, the slot you see here, it only has one, where the FJarde filter has this slot and the other slot, and it all goes together the same way. As you can see here, how this is skimming. Has the same outlet and inlet, except like I said, the ADA only has one of these. Now, I wonder if ADA hired a Chinese company to make the filter and then they jacked the price up. This is not unusual for manufacturers to do that, to have buy something from somebody else and then stamp their brand on it, their name on it, and charge more. It's not unusual to see that happen. So I wonder, is this the case, the chicken or the egg? Was it that the FJarde came up with the idea of the filter first, and ADA just bought it off of them and is selling it at a higher price, or is it vice versa? Did ADA come up with this filter first, and then FJarde copied it from them? Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's your money. You spend it on what you want. Either way, this is considerably cheaper. Like I said, this is the most expensive skimmer on Amazon that you'll probably find. But it is not as expensive as the ADA. So when I went away for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and came back Saturday, and the skimmer was still running. Now, normally I would have to take the skimming part of a skimmer apart, like I said in my last video, because the tank does lower, and it lowers because of evaporation. But this one was still running, and there was only one little shrimp in it. So because of the slots here, are so thin, it seems to keep out the shrimp, and only the smallest of shrimp would possibly get sucked in, which is nice that after that many days, only one shrimp was in. The average of other skimmer, let's say the Eheim or the Oace skimmer, you could see as many as 2 to 5 shrimp a day get caught in it. And I would have to stop it and let them go, but this one doesn't seem to have that problem with the shrimp, because maybe the openings are so small, or maybe the current isn't as strong as the other skimmers are. But I thought I'd give you an update that it did run, and it can continue running. There is a problem, though, with these, and I thought I'd bring it up. Of what I'm hearing is people are claiming the motors are making a lot of noise after about a year of use, And I am going to get into that later. I am going to look at that and see why they make noise and why they seem to be breaking or making so much noise after a year of use. I have a pretty good idea what it is, and I will do a video on it. But I did want to bring that up, that it does shut off. I lowered the tank water and it shuts off completely. So it's a good thing if you're a hobbyist and you turn around and you decide to do a water change and you forget to unplug your skimmer. Don't worry about it. All it's going to do is empty out. It's going to stop 100%, and you continue on without burning out your motor. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of update. It performed great, even though the water had evaporated quite a lot. It was still running. The trouble is when it gets real low, it pulsates. It doesn't stop 100%, but it pulsates. That could be the reason why we are getting noise, because the impeller of the little bitty motor is turning on and off, and that would be because, of course, of the float switch. But I'll take a look at that and see what could be done. So anyhow, I thought I'd just give you an update. Yes, it's working. It's doing its job. As you can see, the top of the aquarium, there is no oil film or anything else. So it's doing the job it's supposed to be doing. And I also wanted to bring up, if you're a person like me and you have small shrimp, it seems to keep most of them out more than the other skimmers. Now let's get into the Oace skimmer and find out how it broke and how it could. Okay, here is the Oace filter, and I'll show you exactly what happened. Now basically it consists of a part that you can take off here. This is the skimmer. This is the very wide openings that will attract small fish and your shrimp. Okay, the Eheim has the same kind of openings. This has a cage on it, but this is an afterthought. In other words, they already get skimmed into here, and then your small fish or whatever you get will either get stuck in here or get through these little slots of this, if you want to call it a cage or if you want to call it a skimmer part. Now here's the part now. It comes with a sponge in it. You pull the sponge out. You can clean it. They give you little tweezers, but I haven't cleaned this in, maybe 7 months. But I took it apart, and look at this. I took it apart, and you can push the sponge out. But they do give you tweezers. And the tweezers can grab this and you can just clean it out. It's reusable. It's lasts you a long time. So I pulled this off so I can clean it, because the Eheim comes all apart, and clean all this. And then you can pull the bottom off. I won't get to that, but you can pull the bottom off, pull the impeller out, get all the gunk out of that. You know, after you use these for quite a few months, they're going to get all gunky and slimy. Well, we know how that goes. But the thing about it, after I pulled it apart, you can see a little ridge on here. Can you see that ridge? There's a little ridge going all the way around here. And if you look inside, you'll see an opening. So this would be the male end. And of course, you would have the female end, which would be here. And this would be the female end. And you could see by the opening here, you could see a slot. See that slot that goes all the way around? Okay, so what I did is just pull this off. It wasn't that hard. And putting it back, you figure it should just snap back in, right? It shouldn't be any big problem snapping it in. But there is a problem. That's about it. That's as much as you can stamp it in. Trouble is, it's very loose and it's slanted. It's not straight. It doesn't stay straight anymore. It slants and it comes apart very easily. So if you try to do maintenance on it, it comes apart. What the engineer should have done is made a little snap back here, or a little lip, and then the female end would have went here, so you could have pushed it and snapped it all together. Basically, that's what Eheim has. So what I'm going to do is to fix it. It's going to be easy. I'm going to have to make this more permanent. I'll put a little bit of glue back here and glue it. I'll use this glue here. You can buy this from any hardware store. And I'll see it says waterproof, durable bond. This works very, very good. I've used this a lot for the aquarium. And you can buy this like at Lowe's. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'll add a little bit just back here, put it back together, and then after about a half hour, you're ready to go again. But the only thing of it is once you glue it, you won't be able to take this apart like this. So you'll have to clean it a different way to get in there and get a brush and clean it, and get a brush here to clean this, and the bottom comes off. So it's a pretty easy fix. I'm not going to make a big fuss out of it or deal out of it. It is what it is. But maybe it's not supposed to come apart. I don't know. Like I said, I've been running it for months and months and months, decided to clean it, and it's messed up. It's an easy fix. Okay, another thing I wanted to bring up in this video is someone asked me about the lights I use. I will show you once again. This is the lights I use. It's called Ultra Bright LED. This is a 150 watt one. If you have a smaller tank, it 2,610 luminous. It's daylight, and they come bigger. They come in a 300 watt, and they even come in a 600 watt, and I think they come in a 100 watt, even less than this, or 200 watt. So these are very good lights, and this is what I use on my aquarium. Just thought I'd bring that up because someone did ask, what kind of lights are you using? That's what I use. But that's it for this video. It's just a short little video to give you an update on the skimmer and how I'm going to fix this skimmer. Like I said, though, once I glue it, you won't be able to take this top piece here off. Other than that, it is something to think about when you buy these, which people probably don't think about, is because these openings are so big, if you have snails, catch a lot of snails, especially bladder snails. If you have small baby fish, they seem to get sucked up very easily in these skimmers. Where the brand new skimmer, that's stainless steel, the openings are so small that it doesn't seem to have a problem of sucking in the shrimp or small fish. This does. Just something to be aware of. The skimmers work great. So it's time to get this one fixed, and that's about it. So thanks for watching. It's just a short little video, keep you on an update of what I'm doing. So until next time, this is Dr. Novak. Thank you for watching, and I hope this short video helped you out in case you have problems with your skimmer and how to fix it. Until next time, happy fish keeping.